Hello Gemini, welcome to your weekly reading. This is your forecast for the week ahead, July 13th through the 19th, 2020. Thank you all so much for joining me today for your weekly reading. We are using the Modern Witch Tarot deck for your week ahead forecast. I'm looking at 6 cards for your week ahead. Gemini. Okay. At first I was like, what sign am I doing? Gemini. Watch this reading if you are a Gemini sun sign, Gemini moon, Gemini rising, a Gemini on the house cusp. If you have your sun in the 3rd house or Venus in Gemini, watch this reading. See what's going on for my Geminis. July 13th through the 19th, 2020. Show me 6 cards for Gemini. Show me, how does Gemini see themselves today? What is the theme for them over the next week, July 13th through the 19th? What is something Gemini has already learned in their past that will be useful for them to remember this week? A challenge they may be facing, a lesson they are learning now, and a gift they will receive. For all my beautiful Geminis out there that may be watching, show me the 6 cards, Spirit. Show me the 6 cards for Gemini. Suns, moons, and risings. July 13th through the 19th, please. What are the most important messages you want to deliver to Gemini? July 13th through the 19th, please. I am getting the number 2 for you, and I did see the 2 of Swords there. So I feel some of you are at an impasse or at a crossroads, or you're trying to make some kind of decision here. It's kind of like your head is telling you one thing and your heart is telling you something else. Your intuition knows what to do. Deep down, you know what to do here. You may be resistant or reluctant to make a decision, however. Guys, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you enjoy getting these weekly readings in your feed. I also do offer daily messages, daily readings, and also personal private tarot readings at this time. At the bottom of the deck, we have the moon in reverse, Cancerian energy. Cancer is our Mercury is going direct in Cancer today, so it will be in shadow over this next week, but we are out of the Mercury retrograde then. This can indicate someone suppressing their feelings or emotions or pushing them down. I interpret this to mean someone here is in denial, or someone here is refusing to see the truth or can't see the truth right now. There's a lot of things hidden from you emotionally. Okay, is that the world in reverse? Yeah. Someone can be very overwhelmed by a situation and is suppressing their feelings or emotions. In other words, someone here is in denial. Someone here is in denial, deep denial of the truth, refusing to accept the truth, or even to really feel deeply, it may be too painful, for example, to actually accept something for what it is. That's what denial is, essentially a defense mechanism of the ego. When something is too painful for the mind to comprehend, and essentially for the heart to understand, then one of the defenses is denial. So it's basically putting something off until maybe a better time. It may be that if you have too much stuff happening right now, that your defense mechanism is denial, because you have to deal with other things that you perceive to be more important for your survival. That might be one reason. I mean, there are lots of reasons why people go into denial. And of course, this may not be you. You could be dealing with the Cancerian. I'm also seeing the fixed signs Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio. So you could also be dealing with any of the fixed signs. Gemini, how you see yourself today. We have the 5 of Wands reversed. So you do not want to fight anymore. You do not want drama. You do not want conflicts. In fact, this is you staying out of the fray. This is you saying, I do not want to have anything to do with your drama. You may be purposely avoiding fights. You may be compromising or agreeing too easily, or just distancing yourself from those who seek to draw you into conflict. That's what I'm seeing here. The theme for you over the next week is the Four of Cups in reverse. Okay, so this can indicate withdrawing emotionally here, looking for a sign or feeling restless. I'm also seeing that there was an offer that came into you. There are people here or opportunities that you were just not, they weren't good enough. You didn't want to engage with them. This is you saying, I'm going to sit this one out until I find something that is truly, I feel, interesting enough, more like interesting enough, or fulfills me, because this is kind of you rejecting any offer coming in here, but also feeling emotionally dissatisfied. And for example, there may be like a bunch of people giving you offers, but the one person that you want to actually hear from is not contacting you. So it's kind of like you're passing up a lot of stuff because it's not the one thing that you want to hear, or it's not the one person you want to talk to. It's kind of like, I'll sit this one out. That's kind of what I'm saying. I'll sit this one out kind of energy. Okay, so something Gemini has already learned in their past that will be useful for them to remember this week. And we have the Two of Cups in reverse. Okay, so this happens, this card may come up reverse when there's distance between two people. This may be your partner, your loved one, your business associate, probably a romantic relationship here. Maybe you guys are not seeing eye to eye, or there's distance between you two, maybe even a temporary separation. So what lesson have you learned around, this is still a good card even in reverse, because it says that you have a connection there. Sometimes this connection can fizzle out, or you guys temporarily are not harmonizing with each other. So in instances when that's happened, perhaps you've withdrawn emotionally, or you have become, there's something that you do when this happens that may or may not be totally productive. But other than that, I don't want to judge the cards that I'm seeing here, because there's not a lot of cards on the table. So let me just say that this is going to come up for you again this week, a lesson regarding a separation, or what happens when you're temporarily out of harmony with your partner and you guys are not seeing eye to eye. What have you learned in those instances? Do you stop engaging in the conflict? Do you decide to withdraw emotionally until they apologize or they come back to you with something better? How do you resolve conflict with your loved ones? The challenge you'll be facing is the Five of Cups in reverse. So this is someone here who is wallowing in sorrow, who is feeling very sorry for themselves. They've definitely lost something here that was dear to them. But instead of seeing the Two Cups behind them, literally, they're choosing to dwell on this sadness. So this is a challenge for you this week, is to get out of this gloom and doom, to stop feeling sorry for yourself, to see that there's still someone, or there's people there that do love you and adore you and want to partner with you and want to be there for you, and stop focusing on, again, I'm just seeing the Three Cups there. It's a friendship that may have been lost, or a relationship here. I'm seeing a friendship here, or a group of friends, and you definitely went through some loss here. Maybe there was a disagreement in the past and you feel like you lost a friend. But ultimately, your challenge this week is to come out of this grief cycle. And the lesson you are learning now is the Six of Wands in reverse. So this may have been a fire sign here, a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. I'm definitely seeing Leo here coming up, but it could be any other sign. Someone here did not get the attention they felt they deserved. Someone got passed over for the promotion. This could be someone betraying the team or dishonoring you. This is someone that feels dishonored or betrayed, or like they didn't get the ego strokes that they were, like the validation. This is like external validation, but they don't feel like they got the attention they deserved. And so there's a lot of like feelings of betrayal and tension, arguments, and poutiness, and not getting along kind of energy is what I'm seeing. The gift you will receive, and we have the High Priestess in reverse. This is likely, this can be a male or female energy. It doesn't matter. I mean, we're gender neutral here. So I'm simply seeing someone here who is very withdrawn. They're not paying attention to their sexuality. They this could be someone that you're in a relationship with, or this is you, Gemini, and this person here, I'm seeing a pattern. What they do when they are going through conflict, or when they're not getting, I wouldn't say not getting their way, but this is someone who has become withdrawn emotionally. They are putting on a facade, or they're disconnected from their sexuality. So in essence, they're not listening to their intuition, their higher mind, their higher self. They, instead of connecting with their higher self, with their intuition, what they do is they withdraw and become fake. So they put on a mask, or they act kind of funny. So this feels like a week where the chemistry is really off here between you and someone very dear to you, or that was dear to you. Some of you could be going through a separation or a difficult time with your partner. There's a lot of like competition for attention. There's a lot of tensions and arguments. I really feel like someone here is in deep denial, and that's definitely part of the problem, is refusing to face the real emotions that are going on. And instead of doing that, someone here is basically, the High Priestess in reverse is becoming more withdrawn within themselves as a means of distancing themselves from the real issue, the real problem. So yeah, I'm seeing that twice here with the moon in reverse. So anyway, Gemini, this is your weekly forecast. I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Please leave a comment if you are so inclined. Please keep the comments constructive, courteous, kind, thoughtful, etc. And please do not leave comments in all caps, because a couple people have been doing that, and it's a little bit distracting. So anyway, Gemini, thank you for tuning in. If you'd like to book a personal private tarot reading with me, please see my information below in the description box below this video. Take care.